Anime Viewer 66, and today we're going to be taking a look at Sword Art Online 2, the sequel to the show that people either love or love to hate. Fair warning ahead of time, I'm only going to be looking at the second season of this show. I've already done a review of the first season, and I'll put a link in the description for it if you want to watch it. So, like I said, the arcs in this show are sort of weird. It has one big arc and then two kind of smaller arcs that you may be able to consider kind of one in a total. The first arc revolves around a story where you have a new game, which is basically Sword Art Online with guns. Yeah, that's basically it. And there's a murder case that Kirito needs to solve. Why is Kirito the one being sent to this, despite the fact that he's supposed to be just a normal kid now? Well, apparently, since his skills are so amazing, he has to be the one to help them solve it. Okay, to be fair, I actually kind of buy them asking him to solve it since he was the one that beat the final boss in the first season. Yeah, spoilers. But if you're watching a review for the second season, my guess is you've already watched the first. So there's a new killer on the loose called Death Gun who is killing people inside the video game. And if he shoots someone in the game, they die for real. Yeah, they're gonna drive this whole plot point into the ground. Seriously, does every single arc have to be about, oh, people are going to die for real, or they're gonna destroy your mind by hacking into it by the nerve gear? Can't they just have one season where it's, hey, Kirito and his friends are having fun and, just playing the game? So, of course, Kirito goes inside the new video game to try to figure out what is going on and if Death Gun is the killer, how is he killing people. Basically, Kirito must be the hero at all times. And it is at this point that two major things happen. The first being that he gets a new look with the brand new avatar. And this avatar happens to look very, very feminine. In fact, everyone in the game thinks he's a girl. Now, there is reasons for why and how this happened that they kind of explained in the game, that he gets a new model of Avatar and all this, but really, we all know the reason. We need more fan service in the show, right? More fan service? That's what needs to be done? And all joking aside, I actually like the design of the Avatar. It's cute and kind of, I suppose you could say, exactly what I would think Kirito would look like if he was a girl. The second big thing that happens in this part is that Kirito meets his new harem mate, Shion. Yes, this is just another girl that's going to be added to his harem, and of course she's not going to be the main girl that gets with him. That's of course going to be Asuna. We've been down this road before. Shion herself is actually one of my favorite characters in the show, tying for Asuna for best girl in my opinion. To be honest, the best thing about her character is her whole, well, I suppose you could say, take no prisoners attitude, and also the fact that she has a kind of tragic backstory. But there is something about all this that does sort of grind my gears in a way. Why in the world did Kirito have to pretend to be a girl around Shinon? It didn't help him in any way, it didn't serve the plot in any way. All it did was make this weird contrivance so that Shinon could be angry at Kirito. There was no reason for it, it was just an exercise in stupidity. Then, after that arc ends, we go into the sort of second arc, where lo and behold, one of my wishes came true. They actually had a story where it was just Kirito and his friends going on an adventure in the new sort of magical world that they're in the video game and having fun. Finally, this is actually what I've wanted the entire time, and they're finally doing it. And then we go into the third arc of this sort of weirdly paced season. But I will say this, even though it was weirdly paced, this sort of third arc was the best one not only in this season, but in all of Sword Art Online so far. Because all I can say is the feels. The feels. Like, I'm not going to spoil it because it would be unjust for me to tell you too much about this third arc. It is something that has to be experienced. All I can say is the feels. Like, seriously, this ending made me cry so much. The third arc was amazing. There was one little nitpick I have for it, though, which is Asuna's mom is evil. Now, yes, this little thing with Asuna's mom did give Asuna some of her biggest character development, but still, Asuna's mom was evil, and I hated seeing her on screen. This show sort of has a problem with its villains. They're either forgettable, like sort of Death Gun was. I know some people liked him, but I just found him bland. Or they're just horrible, horrible people that you don't want to see on screen. I've already talked about in my season 1 of Sword Art Online review where I talked about what makes a good villain, and the same thing applies here. Sword Art Online, you really need to get your act together when it comes to your villains. And so at the end of the day, I award this anime 4 stars out of 5. I'm the Anime Viewer 66. Thank you and good night.